welcome to the podcast. As your partner has Parkinson's, tell me about yourself and how life has changed with it all.
To start with, it was really bad. A lot of anger issues,
Yeah.
not accepting that he'd got it. And I'm afraid I'm a bit of a, got it, get on with it.
Yeah.
And that's not meant to be horrible, it's just of the generation that I'm from, it's what we did.
Yeah.
Upset. Both our daughter and me made us cry a lot.
Yeah.
My daughter turned around and she said, it's like I've lost my dad. So
Yeah.
that's the bad bit.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, look, talk to him and say exactly what you've said to me. And our daughter, hard to explain, she's so sensible.
Yeah.
So nobody ever believes she's our daughter.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, it's like you can't be the daughter of Geoff and Sandra. But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
once you get to know her, you see that wicked side
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
come
yeah.
through.
That's fine.
I'm holding this for a reason. Once she talked to him, sorry,
Yeah.
and he started to adjust a bit.
Yeah.
Going away was just not an option.
Yeah.
He was like, he had an anxiety attack when we went to Florida, and we landed up coming home early.
Oh, really?
Only by a day, but it's
Yeah.
like he couldn't make one more day. So that's how bad it got
Yeah.
to that stage. Then, as I said, we'd been to see, he'd had all the tests because luckily enough we were able to go private. So we had all the tests. And the Parkinson's nurse gave him Kirsty and Jason's contact details. And he left it on the side because Geoff, I'm everything for Geoff.
Yeah.
Friend, wife,
Yeah.
you know, mother of his kids, our kids,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to add anything else to that. And he doesn't need anybody outside of the family.
Yeah.
So this leaflet sat on the side for months, and
Yeah.
then one day he turned around to me and he said, "Oh, I think I'm going to go to the Parkinson's group."
Yeah. Fantastic.
You weren't actually out there when we were telling this story because we walked into this pub.
Yeah.
I said, "How do we know which are the Parkinsons?" He said, "Just look for the spilt beer." Then this is how he is. So, but from then on, it's got better. And I think this, because my daughter's been going on him because of his back.
Yeah.
She said, like, go to a physiotherapist because she deals with a lot of Parkinson's people.
Yeah.
And he's ignored us. And I said, there's no point me telling him because he'll ignore me anyway. But if it was the other way round,
Yeah.
he would go on at me all the time.
Yeah.
He'd make himself really,
Worked out.
yeah, because I wasn't doing something, because he worries.
Yeah.
And people think he's quite confident, but he's very loyal. But in his way, he worries a lot, and that's how it comes out. And even though he's not very good at showing his feelings. So I was actually really shocked that he went to it because he doesn't do people.
Yeah.
So this has been really good because it's also made him see that this physio doing exercise is going to help.
100%. Yeah.
And because straight away, Nicola, it's trouble with that name.
Nicola.
Nicola, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's the one.
Yeah, he's like, got to get rid of that.
Yeah.
And I said, if he ate what I cooked him, because I cook always from scratch. I never never buy anything that's processed, or very rarely, only unless it's a real quick fix. He would be fine, but he's one of these. If he has a couple of biscuits, he'll just eat the whole pack.
Oh yeah.
And he's a bit of a chocoholic.
Jesus.
and Percy Pigs.
Oh yeah, we found out about that.
Yeah. So, but I understand it, because as you get older, you do tend to pick.
Yeah.
And whether it's boredom or not, it's easy to. I think as also when you get older, I mean, when I was your age, I was doing like 3 jobs.
Yeah.
I'd be on the go from 8 o'clock to midnight, and it would be no problem.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah. So it's, but once you know, once your children are grown up, that doesn't.
Sit back, relax.
Yeah, and COVID didn't help, to be fair.
Yeah.
Definitely with me. No, I know it's not about me, but it's.
No,
I know.
you know, you're living with someone with Parkinson's.
Yeah.
You know.
And I just sat back and losing myself in books. Do I get up and try a project, or do I just read my book? I'll read my book.
Yeah.
So it's bad, and I know it's bad. So, but hopefully, I mean, I know. Hugh was talking about, because he's
yeah.
so he said, "Oh, maybe me and Geoff can do it together."
Yeah.
And I think it would be nice for Hugh, because I think he needs
Yeah.
a friend that he knows to
Yeah,
go with
100%.
him. And when Geoff went back to work, I don't know if you know the story. We ran a business.
No.
Yeah, okay. We had our own business. We did air freight, sea freight company. We've been going since 1986, I think it is.
Wow.
Yeah, and we sold it 3 years ago, so a year before COVID.
Yeah.
He was intending to sell it, but of course he had Parkinson's then, and because we got in an offer,
Yeah.
then we looked at it, and so they sold the business. Then COVID hit.
Yeah.
So they asked him if he would come back, because they'd actually never run a business.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So, and Geoff, we've had our staff for years, and Geoff knows everybody. He knows how they work. He knows their
Ins and outs.
ins and outs, and they're good and they're bad.
Yeah.
So they paid him to work there. And then after he'd been doing that for 2 years, and he'd started to build up, even though we were in COVID.
Yeah.
Then they said, "Do you want to buy back into the business?" And I said, "Yes," because I know it's better for him, because he can do this
Yeah.
without even having to
Yeah.
think about it, because it's all still there and it's retained.
Yeah.
Because we've been doing it since we were young, so
Yeah.
it's not something that you forget. So, because people will say to me, "Why aren't you retiring, Sandra?" Because obviously I've had a state pension now for 12 years.
Wow.
And I said, because I think it's better for Geoff to work. But he will say to you that he is
Retired. He says retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe me when I say it, because he's not one for sitting on beaches. But I actually quite like travelling, so
Yeah.
but that's why I'm going away with Nikki, because it's, I know I've only got a certain amount of time left, so I want to go and do all these things while I can.
100%.
And I've worked hard enough all my life.
Yeah.
Worked out, I think it was 55 years working.
Wow.
Yeah, I was probably older than your parents.
Nearly. Yeah. Definitely.
So
my parents are near coming up to 60.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, you do have to take life as it comes and take those opportunities. But Geoff is not one for doing that. And yet, out of the two of us, when we had to invest some of our money, we had to fill out a form. So most people would assume I was the gambler and he wasn't.
Yeah.
It's the other way around.
Ah.
So it's strange how that works.
Yeah.
Everybody's personality, I know, is different.
Mm.
So I don't think I can add anything to that. Good insight into Geoff and Sandra.
That's lovely.
The kids have worked out well.
Yeah.
So, and that's just something that you put that in the podcast.
But what's the biggest take home from this week for yourself?
I think for me, it will have helped him the most.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that stays. that he remembers it and realises that he can associate with people.
Yeah.
He doesn't need just to stick to the family.
Yeah.
And there is so many things he could do.
Yeah.
And I know he's working, so it does make it difficult because he's working and I'm not. But he's taking longer weekends away, but then he's still working when we're in, because we've got a caravan, so we're at the coast all the time.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, be good to see, but I'll have your number on speed dial, and when I don't think he's going to do anything, Rory,
Yeah.
Jim,
100%.
or I get Kirsty on him.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you for coming on. Let me talk to you about this week, and being like a partner with Parkinson's. It's always good to hear other people's stories, not just people with Parkinson's.
No, it's, I mean, I think they've done it really well. I think everything, you know, Kirsty's saying, don't just give us 10 out of 10 on everything. But I said, I don't think we can give him anything less than that, because there's nothing that's been bad. And as I said to Bianca, I said, if you'd have tried to get me to do this yoga stuff 20 years ago, I said, you would have failed.
Yeah.
I said, because I used to do stuff at 150 miles an hour, so it's too slow for me.
Yeah.
So that, for actually have got me to do that is something.
See. It's lovely.
All right.
Thank you for coming along. I love it.
Okay.